Good day, everyone. I am Frederick Roy Manubay, an educational administration and policy student of the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and I am here to discuss the assignment of examining an education policy. For this video, I would like to study the newly implemented policy about the expanded career progression of public school teachers and school heads. As I have mentioned, I would like to look at the expanded career progression of teachers and school heads in the Department of Education. Specifically, I would like to review the following interconnected policies. Executive Order number 174 series of 2022, which was signed on June 23, 2022. The implementing rules and regulations signed last August 1, 2024. DepEd Order number 24 Series 2025, which was released on August 28, 2025. Republic Act 12288 will not be covered in this video. However, it is worth mentioning that this bill was just signed last month. My reason for this selection of these policies is because this is a recent one, still with its imperfections. Online sentiments from Facebook have been showing up on my account with a mix of positive and negative comments. I would like to dwell on the negative ones. As you can see on this slide, one public school teacher posted his sentiment about being disqualified from promotion. He has achieved an overall rating of outstanding, but the presence of one satisfactory rating from one of the tool's components has disqualified him from being promoted. My interest further peaked when this meme was generated via artificial intelligence. Teachers who had the same sentiment said that you experience either a career progression or career depression. Should I be given a chance to work on this, I would do initially a qualitative study. At the onset of my thought process, I would like to do a phenomenological paper since I would like to find out the lived experiences of these teachers. However, after watching the video sent by our professor last week and after reviewing my notes on qualitative research, it seems that the more appropriate qualitative tool is via a case study since we are dealing with policies and how it was applied in the real world. But that should not prevent me from doing both. If allowed, it will be tentatively titled Navigating Career Pathways, a case study and phenomenological inquiry into public school teachers' experiences of the expanded career progression in the name of one public school in Metro Manila. We all know that the Philippine education system has faced ongoing challenges in attracting, keeping, and supporting skilled teachers. Although Republic Act number 4670, also known as the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, helped improve teachers' welfare, career growth options were still limited. There were teachers who left the classroom and moved into administrative jobs to get promoted. Some even have sought greener pastures elsewhere. To address this issue, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte signed Executive Order number 174, Series 2022, which created the expanded career progression system for public school teachers. This policy sets up two equal career paths, one for classroom teaching and one for school administration. It adds new teaching positions from Teacher 4 to Teacher 7 and Master 5 teacher and matches them with administrative roles like school principal 1 to 4. This way, teachers and administrators get equal recognition, pay, and chances for professional growth. In 2024, several government agencies worked together to create the implementing rules and regulations for EO 174. The IRR explains the details such as job definitions, qualification standards, and how positions match up. It also describes how current teachers can move into new roles and who is not included, like guidance counselors, librarians, and teachers in school not run by DepEd. The IRR gives a 3-year period for these changes to take full effect. DepEd Order Number 24, Series 2025, builds on this framework and likely acts as the main guide for putting the ECP system into practice. It covers how the teachers are assessed from one rank to another. This order helps make sure that the ECP system follows policy and meets the changing needs of today's students and teachers. Republic Act 12288 refers to an act of institutionalizing the career progression system for public school teachers and school leaders and appropriating funds therefore. Is enacted by Congress and serves as the legal basis for future administrative rules and regulations. For the classification of administrative rule, these are my answers. For both EO number 174 series 2022 and its IRR, they fall under legislative rule because it creates a national policy and mandate on the promotion and reclassification of teachers and school heads. DepEd Order Number 24, Series 2025 falls under interpretive rule because the specifics of how teachers and school heads will be promoted or reclassified are specifically stated here. RA 12288 does not fall under administrative rule because it is already a legal statute. For the classification of administrative law, both EO number 174 series 2022 and its IRR, they fall under the executive order because it was released and proclaimed by the office of the president. DepEd Order number 24 series 2025 falls under the department order because it is meant for public school consumption only. RA 12288 again is not an administrative law because this is legislated by Congress. For the policy research, I'm going to do an analysis of policy because the policies are already in place and currently it is in its implementation phase. From the case study, I would like to see what sections could still be improved. From the phenomenological study, I would like to see recurring themes of how teacher felt after they were disqualified. For the roadblocks, I would like to think that conflation would be a factor here since it is very difficult to evaluate teachers using one instrument for all. I don't think it answers cultural, economic, religious, and social contexts. For the themes in educational policy, since we are evaluating teachers for a higher rank, then the themes are human capital and accountability. It is human capital because we want to develop well-rounded teachers across all levels of basic education. It is also accountability because we would like to assure parents that we are hiring the best teachers in school. For the recommendations regarding the research paper, these are just a few of my suggestions. For the locality, I will only select one Metro Manila school. For the subjects for interview, I will only select around 8 to 15 public school teachers with different ranks who were not promoted nor reclassified. And then I will have to follow ethical and data policy procedures. And the use of AI transcriber would be of great help for me. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.